All right. Welcome. We have a short week this week. We'll be meditating on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And of course, you can meditate every single day, but together that is on Thursday and Friday. Off on retreat. Yay. That'll be fun. Some of you are coming. Looking forward to that. And if you're not, have a spectacular end of the week. Anyway, now that I've already used a minute of my allotted 6 minutes, let's see what I got. Here's an interesting topic, and I'm throwing it out there. I'm sending it up the flagpole to see whether you'd like to salute it or not. And you know, I'm a firm believer that everybody gets an understanding of their own understanding, but part of that is listening to other points of view and weighing them and seeing how they fit. Anyway, Pythagoras, our friend Pythagoras, you know him. He was the guy that forced you in ninth grade to figure out right triangles and such, right? And you remember the theorem. But that's not all that he did. He was a philosopher and he was way into music, and he's credited with coming up with the 12-tone chromatic system of music that we use nowadays. There are some phenomenal diagrams that he drew or had drawn for him. Who knows? He had quite a almost cultish following, you might say, back in the day, but clearly an amazing thinker, no doubt about it. And in one of these beautiful drawings, etchings, I'm not sure what it is, there's a picture of the universe of music divided into 12 different spheres with all these geometric shapes connecting and colors, and it's just breathtaking to look at this depiction of what was coined the music of the spheres, the music that's always operational at the base level of the universe. And at the top of the diagram, there's God or a God, but you know, a large godlike looking fellow who's tuning the universe. He's tuning it like it's his instrument. And so I really appreciated the look of that picture, because being tuned, as I said at the start, is an important thing. And I just made a quick sort of flippant example of, like, you know, people who aren't tuned very well. They haven't submitted for tuning for a while, so they sound like an accordion or a ukulele it's been found in the attic and it's pulled out, and it doesn't sound so good. Now, none of us sound like that because, well, we're us and we're super cool people, and no, but we actually we've done a little bit of work on ourselves. We'd submitted ourselves for tuning. We have gone through some schools of hard knocks, and so this idea of being tuned into the frequencies that are optimal for us to live up to our fullest self-expression. So it's quite necessary that we're tuned, isn't it? Just like a car needs to be tuned up. So of course we do everything we can to tune ourselves right. We eat right. All of us on this call, we're eating right portions, right amount. We exercise, we work out. We're just doing all the right things. We're doing all the things in our power, right? We all are doing all the right things to make sure that we're perfectly tuned. And that's fine. But it's perhaps, and the message of today, this is just an idea, and that is perhaps there's parts of ourselves that we can't tune, that are off limit, we just don't have access to. It's quite conclusively proven that our own consciousness is just the tip of an iceberg, right? And so maybe 2 or 3% or 9%, depending on, whatever is above the surface, that what we're conscious of. But clearly we are not transparent to ourselves. We have a subconscious and an unconscious mind, brain, psyche that is, we don't have our hands on those handles. We cannot spin those dials no matter how hard we try. So what I'm suggesting today, and the reason, I'm not going to say it in religious language, because in religious language I would say, turn your life and will over to the care of God as you understand Him. But I'm not going to say it that way. I'm going to say an inner willingness and humility to submit yourself for fine tuning by your Creator. I'm using different language, but it's an inner willingness, and it's an inner asking. It's definitely an asking, because I am personally of the opinion that the Creator, wisdom, God, love, source, spirit of the universe will not interfere in tuning us unless we ask. That's how kind and generous and compassionate and anonymous the universe is willing to play. But if we do ask to be tuned, then we will be. And if we don't, we still will be tuned. We'll just be tuned in more external consequential ways. If we're badly tuned, and then we'll clash with the world, we'll make stinky sounds, and then things won't go so well for us, and we'll get tuned the hard way. But any of us at any moment throughout the day can simply seek to be tuned the easy way and go inside and humility say, I submit myself for tuning, especially if we come across a sour note or something that's dissonant or doesn't sound good. So this week is the week of an inner subjective willingness to ask to be tuned by the great tuner who's keeping the universe in a perfect harmony. All right, food for thought, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll see you.